Now, we're going to conclude by singing America the Beautiful. Now, I would be opposed to us singing the Star-Spangled Banner. I think that's a national hymn in a way that is just goes over the line. But I want us to pay attention to what's being said in America the Beautiful. The opening stanza, we're giving thanks for the national beauty and bounty, the spacious skies, the amber waves of grain, the purple mountains, the fruited plain, and that God would crown all that good with brotherhood instead of arrogance. Second stanza, thanking God for the early settlers, the pilgrim feet, who beat a thoroughfare for freedom across the wilderness, and then recognize, God, mend thy every flaw. That recognizes we're flawed, and confirm our souls in self-control, and let liberty be bound by the law, the laws of God. Third stanza, oh, beautiful for heroes, those who defended our nation and preserved our liberties and prosperity. I recall the early years of my ministry here. Our associate minister, Bob Bowman, would break down every time we sang that stanza because his brother had been killed in the Vietnam War. And even this stanza, while we're giving thanks for those who have defended us and preserved our liberties, may God, toward the end of the stanza, thy gold refine till all success be nobleness. In other words, there's room for further reform. And every gain be divine that is divinely approved. And then the last stanza leads us to look beyond the temporal to the eternal. Oh, beautiful for patriots' dream that sees beyond the years thine alabaster city's gleam. That's the New Jerusalem that's envisioned there, undimmed by human tears. So I don't hesitate a moment to sing this in the context of the worship of Christian people here in this land. So we'll sing together the four stanzas of America the Beautiful.